Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Becca and we are gonna do some watering today because the plants really need it. I haven't done watering since the last time I treated for thrips, which I think was like 3 weeks ago. So it's been a long time, but it doesn't look like anybody's really suffering, so that's good. But it's just, yeah, we need to do some watering. I think I'm going to yawn. We're gonna see how much I can get done today because I don't know if I have it in me to do everything, but everything does need to be watered in here. And I've got my baby down here just chilling. So honestly, we'll see how long she allows me to do this. I'm just going to grab whatever looks droopy, and my new shelf corner looks pretty droopy. So we're gonna start there. The falcatum just put out this new leaf, which is super cute. It looks pretty good, despite recently having spider mites. Spider mites and thrips maybe, but for sure spider mites. I don't think I ever saw thrips on this one, but that whole corner did get spider mites. That was in addition to the thrips, so we were all kind of struggling there for a bit. Oh, wow. A whole new world. I have a towel down on my table here so that I can move things down there to finish draining so that hopefully this can be slightly more efficient. I think today I'm curious like how quickly I can get all of this watering done. I'm gonna have probably one more good watering sesh in, and then I'm leaving town for a couple weeks. So I'm visiting my family in Arizona for most of December and I'm super excited. They haven't seen Nora since she was born, and if you've ever been around babies, they grow and change so much in the first couple of months. It's like she's a completely different person than when they met her. Like she's a person now and has a personality a little bit and like looks so different from being a newborn, which is just really sweet. So I'm super excited to be with them for a couple of weeks and hang out in Arizona. And I was looking at the weather and it is like summer there basically. Like it's not Tucson summer, but it is Columbia, Missouri summer there in December, which is great. So I miss that. There's sometimes I really do miss that, but it is nice having seasons, I will admit. And I'm like saying that as I look out at like forest confetti coming down from the sky. Like all of the leaves have seemingly held on for a lot longer than past years, which is great. I think it's because the temperatures have been like up and then down and then up and then down. So it looks like basically like the oak trees are the ones that have held on the longest. And they're looking pretty beautiful with their beautiful like golden color. Okay, this is my pubic calyx, which I recently removed from my kitchen window, and it doesn't look great now that I'm seeing it from this angle. We need to give it some love. It definitely has a lot here that is like dead, and like if it's not currently dead, it will be dead because it looks very bad. So we're gonna do some trimming up here. This has got to go. This was mainly a result of this plant being like extremely underwatered for a very long time. I'm actually so shocked that it still put out growth. I don't know why or how. I did not deserve that new growth, but it is kind of a testament to the hardiness of Hoya, but I would not suggest neglecting your Hoya to the point that this one was neglected. This is already going a lot faster than usual by using this towel down here. Usually it's just like, oh gosh, we'll see, then I spill water everywhere. It's the drain time that really kills me. Like I have to sit here and wait for it to finish draining out for so long that it just takes forever to water. But if I can let them drain on this towel here, that makes it so much faster. Normally during my waterings, I listen to a book, and I'm currently listening to The Sundown Motel because we are reading it with my patrons. Basically, if you are any level of a patron, you can access the book club. It's like, I have $1, $5, and $10 tiers. So you only need to be signed up for the $1 tier to get access to the Discord, and that's where we're doing the book club. So if you're interested, we are reading The Sundown Motel until December 12th, and it's a pretty spooky book. I'd say if you consider yourself a lover of true crime and like mysteries, it's a good one. I was listening to it before I started recording, and I think I'm like 80% through the book, and it's so good. Like, I never read books like this just because I get super spooked and I'm just not great with scary things, but it has actually been very enjoyable to like wonder what is gonna happen. I think consuming a scary story through a book makes it a lot less scary because at any point I can just stop reading. Whereas a movie, it's like the visual and the auditory stimuli. So like it gives me nightmares to watch scary movies. Like we watched the original Halloween movie with, what's his name? He's like iconic, Michael Myers, there you go. And I had nightmares, like really bad. I could not sleep that night, and like, it's like a 70s or 80s movie. Like, it can't be that scary, but it actually was very scary, and it spooked me a lot. I watched it because I was trying to be nice to my husband, and honestly, that might be the last time I ever do that because I was just really scared. And it was like heightened, I think, since I've had a baby, because now I'm like, oh my God, not only am I scared for myself, I'm scared for her and my dogs and my husband. There's just way too many people to be scared for, and I cannot do it. Okay. More plants. We're moving on to the bench part, which sometimes I sprinkle in plants at the top when I'm watering because these plants are so big that it's hard to fit 2 big plants up here. But you know what? This plant is looking so gross. I think that this is supposed to be funneled up here, and for some reason it's not anymore. I don't know. That plant looks bad. It's a string of hearts, by the way. My first ever string of hearts. Hold on, gotta reload. I don't remember what I was talking about, but I do want to let you guys know this new routine that I'm doing. So I am actually cooking from home. You guys, it's life-changing. I have never been somebody who like enjoys cooking like ever, and I know. And so, you know, we were eating out a lot when Nora was first born because newborn baby. And now we're kind of coming out of that, and I'm like, okay, what can we do to save some money in that respect? Because every time we'd order takeout, it'd be like $40 or $50, which is insane. Yeah, so now at the start of every week, I am looking around the house to see what we already have. And I've heard of those websites where you can like put in your ingredients that you have and that it'll find recipes for you. But I have not found those to be like super helpful or effective because it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just not using the right ones. If you have one that you use and that you like, let me know, because the ones I'm using I don't think are that great. I put in like a bunch of ingredients and it was like, you can make pancakes. And I was like, cool, I'm pretty sure I can make a lot of other things too. But it was like all breakfast food and pancakes. Anyway, so if you have any suggestions for that, let me know. But I have been just like looking through, and this is so dumb because it's like, I'm pretty sure everybody does this, but I honestly did not do this before, and we wasted so much food. But like, I look in my pantry and in my fridge and I'm like, okay, we have this, this, and this. So what can we make out of that? And I just like make things. And it's like I've unlocked this new level of adulthood. I don't really know. Like, I unlocked a new level of adulthood, having a kid, and then now it's like I'm actually cooking for myself and my family, which is pretty wild. I am starting to not enjoy cooking, but like I've resigned to the fact that like this is something that I need to do in order to save money, because who can justify $50 every single night for dinner? Like, that's crazy. This towel thing, like this towel hack down here is especially helpful for the plants that go up hanging on the wall, because if they drip, it gets all over the furniture. I really don't want my furniture to get wet, and there's already water damage on this IKEA bench down here. But like, it's not, it's pretty bad, honestly. But it's to the point where like the plants all cover it, so it's not that big of a deal. But I like to reduce, or like let's say minimize, the amount of water dripping down from the wall as I can. This syngonium was looking kind of bad for a while, like when we had the whole thrip situation, but it has recovered pretty well. I think it looks honestly really good. It's growing very tall again, which is cute. I do wish that it would be a bit more bushy because as you can see, it's just gone straight up. And these leaves are kind of small, but they look cute. I do think I'm going to do some chopping and propping and plant back into the bottom here because you can never have too full of a syngonium albo, I think. And you know what, I was actually shopping. You guys already saw this video, but I went plant shopping and I saw my local nursery had a bunch of albo syngonium for sale for like pretty cheap, if I'm remembering correctly. We're expiring here, so I'm gonna have to take a break and come back to you. I think Nora's hungry. But yeah, I considered buying some of those just to like fill in the bottom here. At least I know that they're there now, and I could do that in the future because I'm kind of tempted. I've never bought out an albo syngonium besides the first one that I bought, which is this one. But I'm kind of tempted to see like maybe I could add on to it in a new way, in new like fun additions. But okay, I'm gonna go feed Nora and probably put her down for a nap. And I'll be back. Okay, it's been like several days since I saw you last, and it's now evening. As you can see, the lighting is doing a lot of crazy things, but this is just life. I have breast milk all over my shirt, so I hope that that is not that noticeable. My dogs are also barking like crazy because I'm pretty sure my husband just came home, which is kind of perfect timing because how we've been doing life lately. Oh my god, this lighting is so bad. Should I bring it closer? You're not gonna be able to see like the full effect of what I'm doing, but I need to put up my curtains because I usually have a curtain that I put up in the winter time when the sun is like lower in the sky and also the leaves on the trees are gone, so the sun comes through like so much stronger. What we've been doing is I'm with Nora during the day, and then when he comes home from work, he kind of takes over and then I'm able to do some work. So basically, I'm looking at hiring some childcare to help so that I don't have to work only at night because that's not fun. I would really like to have evenings to just hang out and decompress and, you know, so if that works out, that will start in January. So fingers crossed for me. I'm a bit nervous about it, but I think that it's gonna be a good thing for sure. I'm gonna have to relinquish some control, which is hard, but it'll be a good thing. That is crazy, girl. During the video that I was filming before this, I accidentally broke this off, which I'm really sad about. But they're connected to each other, so I might just like stick this in water and have it. Oh, you know what? I should put this on my prop wall because I have a plant from my prop wall that's looking really bad. So I think that I'm just gonna throw this in there instead. I know, I think it's a good idea too. We were hanging out at a coffee shop earlier today and she was doing that and I was like, oh god. Like, finding your voice? Are you just finding your voice? So yeah, she's just like, she's screeching a lot and I was kind of like, uh-oh, I hope this isn't annoying to anybody, but you know, it is what it is. She honestly slept for most of the time we were there. She's like really good at sleeping out in public, so it was like a couple hours we were sitting there and she probably slept for like an hour and a half of it, which was great. So she got a good nap in even though we were out, which I was like, thank God. She actually napped better in that coffee shop than she does at home. And I do not know why. Because it was like, you know, loud in there, and at home it's very quiet.